Otep, Black Power, it's your brother Shaka saying Kofi here, bringing you some more knowledge and information. And first of all, as always, giving honor to the ancestors, giving honor to the Creator and Creators, giving honor to all the kings and queens and gods and goddesses that are in the not only United States but throughout the diaspora, throughout all of out the entire globe, all 196,940,000 square miles of the planet Earth. I reach out to you with the greetings of peace, Hotep. I greet everybody in their own personal greetings, however you want to be greeted, or whatever greeting that you use. Assalamu alaikum, Islam, Hotep, Black Power, Shalom, praise the Lord. How you doing? What's good? What's popping? And so on and so on. But what I want to talk about is, and also giving a large Black Power to Brother Ben in Baltimore, who made a very large donation and contribution to the street law soldiers to assist the homeless with clothing, shoes, and clothing. Large clothing and shoe donation from the brother. And we really appreciate that, brother. And I know the brothers and sisters that's on the street, the unfortunate, the downtrodden, our soldiers that are fighting in that battle to overcome substance abuse and alcoholism and homelessness and depression and oppression and any type of other white supremacy based ills that the black community has been plagued with. You know, what I want to talk about is, brother from Baltimore who's about to run for mayor. I believe I know the brother's last name is Scott, if I'm not mistaken. However, he's a young black brother, that has acquired the attention and support of the black community. Sorry for that. I apologize for the interruption, brothers and sisters. And like I was saying, the brother has acquired the support of the black community in Baltimore. He's a young brother who would, if his mind and thinking and his liberation button is on, could be a great asset to the black community in Baltimore. However, he said some disturbing shit that really kind of cut the light off in terms of my support for this brother when he said he loved Martin O'Malley. That fucked me up. Now, Martin O'Malley, for those who don't know, this cracker was responsible. First of all, the Karen family and the O'Malley family in Baltimore they're nothing but gangsters at the low level. However, they are responsible for a lot of contract hits on not only blacks but whites as well. But I don't give a fuck about the whites. I'm talking about the blacks. Primarily, they put a contract hit on Councilman Ken Harris, which was a very devastating blow to Baltimore City. And Brother Darren Muhammad was the one who did the investigative research and deserves credit, for his research and investigative, journalism in terms of, exposing the O'Malley family and the Karen family. Black Power to Brother Darren Muhammad. Nevertheless, this is the type of political tap dancing and shoe shining that goes on not only in Baltimore, in the political arena of Baltimore City, but the political arena when it deals with people of color all over the planet. You know, and just another example. And that goes all the way back to Marion Barry. How you know let me go back a minute. Like Brother Ken Harris was when blacks were being set out on the street in Baltimore City, he was providing the black families with these storage facilities, these portable storage facilities that you set on the sidewalk to prevent the loss of people's belongings, and just things like that. And and that reminds me of Christopher Berg, how he would during the snow season he would go around and rent trucks with shovels and snow shovels on the front and look for brothers that weren't working to see if they wanted to make any type of money to feed their families by assisting him and driving these trucks and shoveling this snow. And I look at the life of Christopher Berg, when he was in junior high, how he always was teased about his father, being a crackhead and things of that nature. The ridicule and humiliation that he endured, as a child and as an adult, always under the microscope. And, in which I believe that Christopher Berg was poisoned, with a joint laced with poison, and nobody's not gonna tell me nothing different about that situation. Nevertheless, nobody took the time to really see what that brother had to go through, losing his mother, and having to go through that humiliation, from his father being set up because the FBI spent $4 million and threatened to take a woman's child from her and to prosecute her on her current pending charge, if she didn't set Marion Barry up with with the coke and some booty. That's how bad that the FBI wanted Barry to get him out of office, because Barry he assisted and put blacks in Washington D.C. literally on their feet, and he had to go according to the white power structure here in Washington D.C. And it was just rough of how Christopher had to go through all of that humiliation. And then the same children that was teasing him in school, they were working for his father. His father Marion Barry had got them employment, and that was the only reason why they were working, because of Marion Barry. But yet the children were teasing and humiliating Christopher Berg. And now look, most of those people that teased him are on crack cocaine now, and that's how the ancestors and the Creator works. I'm not gonna say karma, I'm just gonna say the Creator and the ancestors work, and even in your scriptures that you read, it always say the first shall be last and the last shall be first. So be careful passing judgment, on your brothers and sisters, because you never know how things are going to turn out. I was just talking with some brother and a sister on the phone about how the people that were counted out, including myself, being counted out, most likely to be deceased and that type of shit, and later on, those people that were so judgmental, most of them are not even here today, and the ones that are here are hanging on by threads, in terms of substance abuse, in terms of being deadbeat parents, homelessness, unemployment, depression, oppression, obesity, and And I don't glory and celebrate in their destruction. However, forgive me if I'm not crying, because a lot of things that was done to me personally were very hurtful things, all the way up into my incarceration, in which I was turned in by individuals that I had assumed were friends. So, forgive me if if the floor is not coated with tears. So, I said that about Councilman Ken Harris, which Darren Muhammad, excuse me. Yeah. Now back to what I was saying. Nevertheless, at some point, when you rebound, and no one can determine someone's fate, and being judgmental have caused a lot. I've seen a lot of people fall by the wayside, being judgmental, not focusing on themselves, always talking about somebody else, always putting somebody else down, because of the fact that you don't want to look at your situation, your condition, where you're at mentally, where you're at emotionally, that you are a complete fucking wreck. But it's better you feel much better when you can laugh or find something on someone else to put down, just to get some relief, emotional relief for yourself. And that's very unhealthy, people. Instead of working together, once again, we can do this. We can come up, and all we have to do is link up. Put your differences to the side. Put your religious ideologies and your beliefs to the side, and work and understand that you stand in front of a melanated black god or goddess, and understand that and believe that and walk like that. You have to, in order to walk in that godhood and that goddess hood, you got to walk like a god. You got to talk like a god. You know what I'm saying? And every step you take is the church. You are the church. You are your best friend. You are your worst enemy. And the person that can cause the most damage to you outside of white supremacy is you. And we don't have time to be constantly going against each other, putting each other down. And then I don't see nobody dealing with the adversary. Nobody's dealing with the albinoid demons. Nobody says anything to them. They get a pass all day long. You watch them on the news. You believe everything they say about the weather. Everything that they do and say, you believe. Not only do you believe, most of you imitate him. You practice his religion, his religions, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, Zoroastrianism, Hinduism. You practice his religions. And that's why we can't move forward, because when you're practicing you're practicing the enemy's religions, and not accepting and dealing with the fact that that's your enemy, then you always are going to be subservient to your enemy. You're always going to be a slave, and your slave master is going to be your slave masters. And all you do is just enhance his slave masterhood. That's all you do. Because nobody has the heart to step up and deal with this crap. But we can't wait to deal with each other. That's all we do. That's all we do. Most of us spend our days talking about and putting each other down. Nobody talks about white supremacy. The only time you say something dealing with a European is when you talk about when you mention something about Donald Trump, which he's not. He's harmless because he's politically ignorant. And like I said in the previous video clips, that it's the team that he has. Mitt Romney, George W. Bush, Adolf Giuliani. It's the team that he has. Pence, who's worse than Trump. And you're going to find that out. All you have to do is continue to keep on living and walking in your niggerhood, and you're going to see all this shit, transpire right in your face. And it'll be nothing you'll be able to do about it because you haven't done anything about it. Once again, they're still killing our brothers. The police are still murdering them, and there's nothing being done about it. No one's being charged. Nothing has changed. All this Black Lives Matter and all this shit, crackers walking up down the street with their fists out. For what? When they're not even with you. But by you having a slave complex and always looking at this cracker like he's motherfucking God, we'll never move forward. And just ask yourself, how many times a day do you say something negative about somebody that looks like you, somebody that's your complexion? And how many times a day do you say something about your enemy? Ask yourself that. Because some of you niggas still believe that, racism and all this cracker shit, it's never going to, in other words, you still think that at some point, everything is going to be all right. That this cracker is going to have a change of heart, and then everything is going to be leveled right. It's never going to happen like that. Never. Never. First of all, they have to give us our $100 trillion to pay us, give us reparations for the blood, sweat, and tears that our ancestors endured, from the lash of the whip. And that's first of all. And no one, Obama, no one has ever stood up, with the exception of Johnny Cochran, who was murdered as well, instant cancer, add water and stir, as the great ancestor Dale Jones used to say. He was the only one that was going to the World Court, United Nations, and charged the United States with chattel slavery on the Africans and for reparations. And all of a sudden he mysteriously died of cancer. And now we're saying we don't we're past. Let's move on from that. From reparations. Did the Japanese move on from reparations? Did the Jews, the so-called white Jews, did they move on from reparations? Did the Vietnamese move on from reparations? Did China move on from reparations? Did Israel move on from reparations? No. But we're supposed to move on. And you got niggas it's niggas that saying this shit. Black people should just move on and blah, blah, blah. And those are niggas that the cracker has situated them with a nice home, a nice fucking salary, yearly salary, bonuses, brand new vehicle, and a hefty bank account. So, of course, you're going to say that shit because you're not in the position that some of the descendants of our slaves, are still basically living in slave quarters, which we call the housing projects. They're really nothing but slave quarters if you look at them. They're separated from the general society. Most of them are gated, and they don't want you to leave out of there. And inside is nothing but torment, anger, self-hatred, frustration, famine, disease, all types of abuse, sexual abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, you know, and of course, you know, a nigga that lives, you know, on top of the hill, or you rubbing shoulders with these fucking albinoid demons, of course you gonna say that. You know, because you're selfish, you have that house slave mentality where, you know, the same way back in slavery, physical slavery. Well, we're still in slavery and we're still on the plantation. But I mean, when in 100 years ago, when they gave some of the house slaves, you know, access to the bacon, access to the good parts of the pig and the cow, you know, and they were not to share it with anyone, you know, whether it was their own mother that was out in the field, you know, they were not to share it with anyone if they wanted to continue to live, you know, in that quality of living, you know, and they watch their own mother, their own fathers, their own children suffer and take the lash of the whip in the field, you know, and you turn your head away from them. And it's the same way now. It's the same way now. You know, your Oprahs, your Michael Jordans, you know, your Mayweathers, you know, your coon ass niggas, your Steve Harveys, your Bob Johnsons, your Kathy Hughes, all these motherfucking no good niggas. You know, I mean, when I say no good, I mean no fucking good. You know, you look at how many throats Kathy Hughes slit to get where for that tramp to get where she's at today. You know, and even in the political world, our own people, man. Michael Steele, who's Lieutenant Governor of Maryland, you know, his slut daughter, I forgot her name, Dr. something, Dr. Whore. She was married to Mike Tyson. And the reason why she married Mike Tyson, and she took everything that he had damn near, you know, because this slut, you know, she's a doctor, but this slut was in up to her neck in student loans, hundreds of $1,000s in student loans. She was in debt, you know, and that was the main reason why she married Mike Tyson. I think she gave him a child or two or something like that, you know. But that was a business transaction. That was a negotiation, you know. And at the end, she took a lot of property from him. She took millions of dollars from him. You know, Mike Tyson ended up in a fucking crack house in Arizona, and this slut whore, nigga bed wench, she ended up fucking a white man in Mike Tyson's Massachusetts mansion. And that shows you, man. That shows you, you know, how we think, man. How our people are so fucked up, man. You know, and it's time for us to, you know, eliminate these niggas. Get these niggas out the way so we can go ahead and move forward with dealing with the enemy. Cause a lot of y'all don't want to deal with the enemy, man. You know, most of y'all come on social media just to get paid, man. You're either selling something, you know, or you're lying to somebody trying to get $1. You know, we're committed. We were out there today giving out clothing, giving out shoes, because we try to do it twice a month, and we try to give out food twice a month. You know, and I'm not gonna give away or give anybody in the street, regardless of their fucking situation. I'm not gonna give them nothing to wear that I wouldn't wear, and I'm not gonna give them nothing to eat that I wouldn't eat. You know, I break bread with these brothers and sisters. You know, and they have love for us. You know, not because of just what we can give them, because they see that we genuinely care for them. You know, that their own families don't want to have anything to do with them. You know, because, you know, you thinking that if you throw the family member out that's struggling with substance abuse or alcohol or mental health or whatever his or her situation is, that everything gonna be okay within your family structure. That's bullshit. All black families have mental health issues and have dysfunction. Some higher than others, but they all have it. And we have a habit of saying, that everything is all right. When somebody asks you how's your family doing, you'll say okay. When they completely and completely tore the fuck up. This shit. And we're not talking about what needs to be done. We're not reaching out for help because of our false pride. Just like these sisters going Christmas shopping, buying children Jordans, babies Jordans, and they can't, a baby doesn't know nothing about no fucking Jordans, but you're not getting the Jordans for the baby. You getting the Jordans because you want people to say that, you a hell of a motherfucking mother. Because your child wear the best shit. Your child wears the top of the line shit. And if you got children, babies like between the ages of 3 and 10, or even 3 and 13, instead of getting them Jordans, get them a Monopoly game and show them how economics are conducted in this country. Show them how to balance a checkbook. Show them how to stay out of jail. Show them how to buy property. Show them how to save money, put money in the bank. Show them how to fix property up and raise the property value up on certain homes and certain communities. No, but that's too much because, see, the reason why you won't do that because you have to participate in it. And see, you don't have time for that because you waiting on the club to open up. You want to see who gonna come in the club and make it fucking rain so you can take a picture with a motherfucking one of these comatose celebrities, so-called celebrities. You want to shake your ass. You want to see how many niggas you can get. Because you brothers that hang in them clubs, you motherfuckers are nothing but predators. You're liars. You looking for something. You looking for somewhere you can crash and eat. Because there's no way you go in the club every motherfucking week, every motherfucking weekend, and if you got something going on positive in your life, you would not hang out in no motherfucking club every weekend. Because you looking for somebody that has a little less than you and has a little less self-esteem than you do, that you can manipulate and fuck. And sell all these motherfucking false dreams and lies to. But you won't pick up a book. You will not pick up, you niggas will not pick up a book. You read the Metro section and the sports section in the newspaper. You throw the world news and business away, the most important parts of the newspaper. And the cracker knows that. That's why they put color pictures in the sports section. Because you gullible, stupid ass niggas, that's all you're going to look at. And some of you queens are going there and look at the horoscope. Some white motherfucking albinoid fucking cave bitch going to tell you that has no connection with the solar system. But she can tell you what's going to happen for you tomorrow and what cycle the motherfucking moon going to be in. Which is a goddamn lie. These motherfuckers have no connection with the solar system. None. You talking about a recessive gene motherfucking species, a running soil. But you don't want to talk about that cracker. You only like to hear that word cracker. You get uncomfortable. That's how much of a slave you are. But I can say nigga all day. Nigga, 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 nigga. You don't have no problem with that. None. But but when it comes to the cracker, because you don't, be quiet, we're going to get in trouble. That's the mindset you got. We got to wake up. And for my brothers and sisters who are riding, who are riding and die, ride and die, motherfucking thugged out warriors. Black power, hotep to you queens and you gods. Keep banging, keep banging. Progress is being made, whether you know it or not. Progress is being made. We're waking up. We're waking up. And it's gonna be a lot of people left behind because we don't have time for that. Everybody has an opportunity. Everybody has the opportunity to be on the same page. But you got to get on the same page. You got to open the book, and so you can be on point. So we can move as a unit. We can move as a race, and that way we can see the people that look like us that are not for us, and we can get them out of the way. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts. We're not taking no white bitches. We're not taking no other colors. None. No brown, nothing. No, straight black Africans. This is our liberation. We don't need no help. We don't need nobody. We don't need no crackers holding their fists up in the middle of the street. We don't need that bullshit. You haven't been there. And if you want to see equality within the blacks and the whites, go to your people and tell them give up all this shit, all the money and the property that their ancestors have acquired through the blood, sweat, and tears off of our ancestors through slavery. If you want equality, that's even Steven. When you give back what you took, that's even Steven. And you know what? You motherfuckers are not going to do that. And we're not going to wait for that. So we have no choice but to go and take it. We have to go and take what's ours. We don't want nothing that don't belong to us. All we want is what's ours. And all my brothers and sisters out there, we can make this thing happen. Once again, like I always say, liberation is within arm's reach. We gotta stretch our arms out, but we're gonna have to fight. There's no other way out of this. We've tried every other way. No books, not taking nobody to court. None of that shit is gonna work. It hasn't worked this far, and it never will work. The only thing that's gonna work is straight fucking guerrilla warfare, and may the best motherfucker win. Which will be us, the original motherfucking man and woman. God damn it, it's our motherfucking turn. Let's get it in. A lot of y'all, look at Steve Harvey and the rest of them. Take the white man's dick out your mouth. Serena Williams, take the white man's dick out your mouth. Kerry Washington, take the white man's dick out your mouth. Tay Diggs, take the white man's dick out your mouth. Russell Simmons, P. Diddy, Oprah Winfrey, take the white man's dick out your mouth. Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, take the white man's dick out your mouth. And if not, you could, if you want to maintain that status, then fine. You're just gonna have to move out of the way, or you're getting eliminated. No ifs, ands, or buts. And one thing I can say, it's some soldiers, it's some straight G's, male and female, out here. I'm talking about this gonna throw the fuck down. Win, lose, or draw. So, it's time for everybody to get on board. Those who gonna ride, those who taking this ride for black liberation and black salvation, and a new black nation, a new regime, where the red, black, and green flag stands all the way up. Come on, y'all, we can do it. Until I see y'all again, which will be a few minutes, I gotta take care of a few things. And I'll be back with you shortly. Black Power.